100.
Summertime, sadness. I feel India in my bones. I can smell sunlight. I can feel the highline. Bless me, God's bless me. God to suffocate the love I am seeing. I keep one white candle, maintain purity, purity. Show me the way to your hiding place. I think I wanna go there. Show me the way to your hiding place. I think I wanna go there. Go to church if you're scared.
In the year 1812, there were 3 known types of alligator bait: catfish, animal parts, and colored children. If you put your ear to the belly of a gator, you can hear the muffled screams of slave children, hear them clawing at the ribcage of a monster much bigger than their bodies, but nothing compared to the machine that held their parents slaves, these babies, who were hung over boats and dangled from rope, a fate their parents would know only too soon. I imagine their mothers watch envious that their children might better now know freedom inside the belly of a gator than they would still trapped in a country that made them slaves. In the year 2012, there were still 3 known types of alligator bait: catfish, animal parts, and colored children. Most 18-year-old girls save up money for something like a new car, a new apartment. But Claudia just wanted to be beautiful. I guess the Africa in her name couldn't overcome the European in her brain. She wanted a backside as big as her homeland, and I imagine whatever pieces are left of Sarah Bartman rose from their South African grave and haunted her while she was under the anesthesia. Child, don't you know your eyes are inspiration for the stars, and your hips are still big enough to give birth to humanity? How dare you let them take your pride? $1,500 can't buy you motherland, it can't buy you backside. Don't you know you're behind? They would make me get in cages and rock back and forth, and you wish they would make you rock back and forth. Don't you know your behind ain't for them? It's for you. It's to bear children. It's for the man who called you beautiful before he ever laid his eyes on you. I imagine when Claudia got back to London, the chest pain she felt were from regret. I imagine she apologized to our ancestors before God snatched her back to heaven for redemption. I just wish she had known she had stars that were jealous of her eyes. You is kind. You is important. Nicole Parker, a New York blogger, has reasoned that black women across America ought to be outraged at the depiction of the maids in the film The Help. I look at my computer screen and wonder, outraged about what? The only people ever offended by the truth are those when given the choice prefer the lie. I find this film to be mildly nostalgic. It reminds me of my grandmother who cleaned houses by day and was a Chicago hotel maid by night. It reminds me of my mother showing me pictures of her grandmother's house back in Mississippi. The floor shines even through the photographs. She reminds me we didn't have much, but it was always clean. It reminds me of Saturday mornings spent earning my right to go outside. Back when children had to earn their right to go outside. Are the baseboards clean, my mother would ask, as if anybody but her ever noticed a dirty baseboard anyway. What pisses me off is that you, like too many people I know, think that my history is something to be ashamed of. See, it's okay to be a daughter of the Holocaust. It's okay to have walked the trail of T.S. Noble, to have the blood of Cesar Chavez in your veins, but you are damned if you are black. My knowledge of my ancestors may only span 250 years, but I am proud to be the daughter of freedom marchers, of Mississippi maids, of Birmingham martyrs. You laugh at our grandmothers. You laugh at our grandmothers for getting your language wrong. They were just trying to do their best with the stolen pieces they were given. On May 6, 2012, I graduated from Georgia State University, and it was a testament to the women who came before me, who cleaned houses so that I wouldn't have to, who served coffee quietly so that I could be a poet. It was for Geraldine Harris, Ophelia McGinnis, Aunt Katie, Aunt Essie, Aunt Annie, so they would know I don't take anything they did for granted. What pisses me off is that you make fun of the monster